Has organized Christians to pose as prostitutes and embarrass men who solicit their services. Joining us now from Vegas is Mr. White and Sherry Clute, who poses as one of them. Let's go to Vegas. And Ms. Clute, why don't you tell me what you do, first of all, so people can get an idea of, you go out and you do what?
Well, I pose as a prostitute and stand on the street corners, and men drive by in their cars, and we've had some park and walk up to me and solicit for sex, or would you get in a car, would you like to party, things like that. And instead of giving them any option, we hand them a little piece of paper stating that we'd like them not to do this in our neighborhood, and invite them to church and give them a little Bible tract, trying to encourage them to do something else.
All right, so you try to persuade them not to visit street prostitutes, but that's a pretty dangerous thing, madam. I mean, you're going to get somebody who's high or something like that. I mean, you know, I don't know if I'd be doing that.
That's true.
Well, Bill, in our case, you know, we're trying to be proactive. What we're trying to do is give people an opportunity to think twice about what they're doing. And so when we give them the paper that tells them that this is a no, just like you have the no spin zone, this is a no drug and no prostitute zone, we want them to think twice before they come back downtown.
Okay, I understand that. Is this like a neighborhood?
We want them, right, well, we want them to put the word out that this is not a place where you can come to get that kind of activity.
So this is more of a neighborhood watch thing than anything.
Well, it's a neighborhood intervention. And, you know, our neighborhood is besieged with prostitutes and drug dealers. And so we decided whether we could either sit on the sidelines and watch our neighborhood deteriorate every day, or we can do something about it. And so most of the times when we go out there twice a week, the people actually thank Mrs. Clute because they have a second chance to think about coming back down there.
All right,
and so what we're just trying to do is discourage them.
Sincere, but it doesn't really matter. But I'm worried about Miss Clute here. Now, I think you can do this another way. Whoa. I think you can do this another way. You don't have to be an undercover hooker. You can just stand there with a sign, a bunch of people saying, we don't want this stuff in our neighborhood. Now taking down license plates, because this is criminal activity, unlike the pastor in Dallas, which it isn't criminal activity, taking down the license plates and all of that, and then telling the police, look, here's who's here, here's what they're doing, rather than put Miss Clute in a confrontational position where she might get hurt.
We have community folk all around her. We don't put her in a location where she's in any danger. And matter of fact, the police and some of our stings have worked with us. So the one thing we're very careful about is putting her in a situation where she can be in some danger, and we take careful pains in making sure she's not in that situation.
All right.
Most of these men are clean-cut, well-dressed, groomed. This isn't just what you'd think. These aren't just scum. These
hey, Ms. Clute, let me break this to you. Ted Bundy was too. So don't diminish the fact that you're putting yourself at risk, and I don't like it. And I think that you can do this another way. Now, Pastor, I want to get back to you.
We wouldn't have her out there if we didn't think that we were going to be able to protect her. So,
but anything can happen in a situation like this. The law of unintended consequences can kick in. Think about it. Ms. Clute, thank you all very much. We appreciate it. Very interesting.